Breakout Prologue. As bodies mound up on the beach, the invaders push back against the defensive lines, struggling to contain them. Again, they crash against the stalwart guardians of the House Callus, and again, they are turned back, confined to their beach head. Tension hangs in the air as the next charge readies, the roar of terrible creatures and the fire of warjacks signals another advance into the battered lines.
Scenario rules. 1. The battlefield is dominated by two lines of continuous trench. The lines of trench are treated as trenches providing cover if a model is completed inside. Additionally, non-cohort models can control a trench by being if they are completely within the trench and no other enemy model is within 4 of the entire trench line, similar to a zone. 2. The flags are scored if you can get a non-cohort model in base to base with them and no enemy model is within 4 inches of the flag. Win conditions. Outscore your opponent by 5 VP. Or cast or kill. Orgoth the Invaders have the ability to return one non-leader model/unit to play after the second turn in their deployment zone with full boxes. This was their reward for winning Scenario 2.
Defenders of Dusk. 75-point list. Hazaroth. Spell Rack. Mirage. Battle Lust. Illidan with Dawn Blade and Dusk Blade, Force Barrier and Momentum Cannon. Ghast with Chain Blade, Power Field and Light Blade Fist. Disys. Prisoner 102,822. Void Engine. 2 units of Dreadguard Slayers. 1 unit of Seeker Adepts. 1 unit of Soulless Guardians with Seeker Warden. 1 unit of Soulless Hunters with Seeker Warden.
Horisk. Spell Rack. Red Line. Silence of Death. 1 Jackal with Bloodthirst, Pole Arm and Assault Shield. 2 Tyrants tie Relentless Charge, Scything Flail and Cannon Shields. 1 Tyrant with Hunter, Belcher and Quad Bolt Thrower. Mulgwast. 2 Reaver Commanders. 2 units of Warwitch Coven.
Alright, we'll get right into the action. Harask and the Invaders on the left-hand side of the screen. The Defenders, led by Hazaroth, are on the right-hand side. There's a no man's land in the middle, so there's no terrain there. That is by design in the scenario. The 2 long continuous segments with some trench there, all of that is trench. The flags score a little bit differently as we described in the intro, and yes, that is being played in the bottom or the top right of your screen, bottom right of your screen. That is a guard tower and is being played as such with the latest rules. So, full-on structure, can't be charged, all of that. So, this scenario also has an additional special rule called Flag Bearers. Each of the sides pick a model that is not a warjack and not the leader to carry a flag token, and essentially anybody that has line of sight to the flag token bearer gains +2 speed as long as they are further away from their deployment zone than the flag bearer is. So basically, if the flag bearer is ahead of them, they get +2 speed. They're sort of rallied into the charge, or rallied into the game as it was. So, game itself here is a pretty interesting one. The scenario is a little different. Again, essentially our zones are these 2 long trenches. And one big difference is if you can control the enemy's trench, you score 3 victory points. So the one that's nearest to you, you just score 1 for, but if you're able to control the opposing one, you get 3 points. And the reason for that is you control it if you have either an entire model or unit in it, and your opponent doesn't have any within 4 on anywhere along the trench line, and the same thing on the opposing side. So pretty difficult here. I run up my flag bearer, which is one of my commanders, to try to get in position to score the flag next turn. Move up Malgast. Into the trench. And then I move up my other commander over there, and then running up my two Scythe Shield Jacks, running up the unit of War Witches that's supporting them into the trench. Jackal runs up 11. Shooty Tyrant runs up. Harask moves 3, vanishes, or Harask moves 6, vanishes 3 to the half in the trench toward the edge, because he's going to be pretty aggressive this game. Puts on red line out of the Jackal. And we then move up the War Witches. And that is the turn for Orgoth. Coming over to Dusk. Hazaroth's going to get things started by getting Mirage onto the Eliodon for the 2-inch additional threat. We get Battle Lust onto the Ghast. Here in a second. First, we're going to power up. Once again, order operations matters. Then we're going to zoom up Prisoner 1028, who's also my flag bearer. Or who's their flag bearer. Hazaroth's going to remember to move forward first. Before he does that, he's going to put up Shadowmancer and be camping 0. Now he's going to run up a little bit, but not all the way. Trying to avoid getting charged. Same thing with the unit Dreadguard Slayers. Unit Dreadguard Slayers is going to move into the trench. The Soulless Hunters are going to run over to the tower to go ahead and get into it next turn, because the front door is at the front of it. And I'm sorry, he battle lusted the Dreadguard that are next to him. Ghast is going to run over to him. Eliodon's going to move up slightly. The Adepts are going to move behind them. The Void Engine is going to move up slightly. Remember to get his power tokens from the spells that were cast. And Dissa is going to move up. And then I'm going to totally forget to move the Guardians, the Soulless Guardians. And this becomes important a little bit later. Because really what they should have done is just moved up within 3 of Hazaroth. That way he's nice and protected and shield guarded up with that big threat on the table. So now, powering up, upkeeping red line. Hazaroth's going to move over, give Silence of Death. Vanishes over, going to do Silence of Death over on the green Scythe Tyrant. Again, red line is on the Jackal. with the +2 movement. It's going to run. Malgus is going to run, get the flag. We're going to see what I've got in range, just outside. So we're going to walk up a little bit. Just checking range. Now we're allocating focus. So 2 more focus to him, 1 to the Jackal, and then 2 to the green, and then 1 more to the Jackals. The Jackal's on full, and then the 2 Tyrants are on full. Shooter Tyrant and green Sight Tyrant are on full. So Shooter Tyrant's going to move up. He moves up to 7. And he's going to take shots into Dreadguard because the battle group is currently stealthed, thanks to Shadowmancer. And we're rolling for the blast. And that's rolling for the tough. That's going to tough him. He's knocked down. And then going to do a few pips of damage. The other one. And rolled 4 shots total, or 3 shots plus 1, so 4 total. Now doing the shots into them. It's forcing the tough. Oh, bringing out a right. That kills the one that's dead, so it's going to bring out a right. Yep, forcing the tough there. Not tough. Going to bring out a right. So scary dead things come out. It's always fun. 2 shots this far. So we're going to concentrate the last shot into the remaining Dreadguard. Going to re-roll it with Harask. Ability hits. Smokes him. Tough, no tough. No more rights. Because he didn't have 3 spells cast. Then charge the Jackal. Jackal charges into the rights. First right explodes. Second right hit with the shield. Just making sure what it is, and blows up. Then I'll promptly forget to do the red line damage, which I will do when I remember it shortly after. So just seeing if I got anything that I can get in range on there. And no. So just gonna move my my commander over. And he's gonna take a pot shot at the prisoner. Doesn't hit. Gonna move up my weight. Tyrant. Gonna keep my green one where he's at. And jumping over to this side, Mirage occurs. Gonna upkeep battle, or gonna upkeep Mirage. And recast Battle Lust onto the gas this time. And then put up Escort. Depths are going to move up. They're going to do 2 to the Eliodon, making him full, and give 1 to the Ghast. Prisoner's going to run up. Hits. And promptly just does 2 points of damage. Not his best showing ever. So they're going to jump in here, and then I'm going to range them slightly, and then I'm going to do 3 and 3, just from a spacing standpoint. And then everybody's going to CRA into Malgust. Hits. And then they're going to take him out of existence. So Malgust got shot off the table. Kind of expected. Dices is going to move over slightly, get within 10. Or he's going to run over the flag and then kiss. Or just advance over the flag and then kiss the hunter. Tyrant. Gas is going to run. Gas is going to... This is the Void engine attacking the Tyrant. And then I'm forgetting to proc hyper aggressive. So there we go. Hit. It's a bit of damage. Bit more damage. Yep, good amount of damage there on that hit. Hits. Again with the decap blade. And doing another fair amount of damage. Taking it down to 4 boxes. But keeping all of the weapons of the Cortex alive, so interesting note there. Slayers are going to charge the Reaver Commander. First one is going to miss. First going to hit. And take him off the table. Next one doesn't have a target, so he's attacking. The third one is attacking the Warjack. Does a couple points of damage to the 6. Again, totally space and forget to move up the Guardians, which I could have moved up at this point. I should have moved up. Now I'm going to charge the Hunter, or the Hunter Tyrant. Charging, boosting the charge hit. boosting the charge hit. Hits. Let's see the damage here for dice plus 1. With Lilith. Buying a second attack, promptly missing. That one's hitting. Does a bit of damage to it. So, bringing out Old Faithful to repair my shooter. Tyrant. I'm going to repair 5, so he becomes a fully functional Jack again. Rusk is going to drop Redline and upkeep Silence of Death. Getting the power up all fixed out. So we get ready to start this turn by allocating a focus over to the White Jack. Then I activate the War Witches. They're going to give 1 to the white to give him full boat, and then 2 to the green to give him full boat. Just making sure I'm in charge range. Everything's gold. Feeding, and then charging. Onto Yelidon. Hits. Does a decent amount of damage. We're going to buy an attack, or that's the damage. Hits. And then we are charging in with our War Witches. One of the War Witches is going to put up Dark Shroud. The other 2 are going to use charge attacks on Yeliodon. They do a nice little bit of damage on this hit. It was very unexpected. It was really, really nice. And now we're preparing for the charge. Charge. Charging with the Scythe. Rerolling with Rusk. And that'll do it as we are dice plus 3. Between Dark Shroud and Silence of Death. So now, doing my Blessings of the Gods on the Reaver Commander to make his weapons all blessed and magical, so that he can attack Dices. He hits, and then he billion damage. Reborn Mulgust comes back. Runs up. Tyrant is going to casually walk over, and then he's going to Thrasher everything. Gonna miss on Prisoner. Then he's gonna hit. Force to tough. It's gonna tough. Tough saves in this game have been utterly amazing. Hits. Tough. Hits. Tough. So then buying another attack on the Prisoner. This one's going to hit. And then we send him to hell. So now I'm going to walk forward and shoot up his head. I'm going to miss. Then I'm going to promptly boost and do a little bit of damage. I'm going to roll 3 shots. So 3 shots plus 1, so 4 shots total. I'm then going to crank damage. This again, volume fire is utterly ridiculous on a 50 mil base. Hits again, miss, reroll, and dead. And then we're going to go ahead and state that that is not the best ending to this particular game. So we re-racked and moved it so that it wasn't that I forgot the Guardians. So now we're attacking. Blast occurs, boosted the blast to hit. It hits, it's going to hit him, we're not going to shield guard it. He's just going to face tank 1 damage. Or 2 damage. He deface tanks 2 damage. And then we blow up some shield guards from the blast. That one doesn't get hit. Third one gets pumped. So now rolling the hits. Only rolls 1, so 2 shots going into him. First one hits. We're going to shield guard it. Dead. This one hits, and we're going to shield guard it. So then calculating where we're at victory-wise, and then remembering I have my Jackal still to be able to play. So he's going to move slightly over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, maintaining within an inch and getting within 2 and trying to stab. And just making sure everybody's in feet and calculating the score. So, opponent's turn. Getting ready for all of it. Hits. Dead. That's from the tower. And we're allocating some focus. Big guy there and give him 2. Load him all the way up. Or one of them's going to give focus. The other 2 are going to charge in and attack the jackal. Just trying to do anything to him, because he only has a few boxes left. So they do a little bit to him, and Hazrat's going to go hit the jackal, or fail to hit the jackal. It's boost the damage, and he's going to need 1 more. He's on 1 box. And finally gets him. Oh, no, doesn't get him. Requires the Guardians to come in to try to take him out. So now Hex Bolt hits. And dead. With that jackal, it's just an absolute star. So he's going to run over, hit, battle lusted, everything. Boom, bunch of damage. Couple boxes left. This is buys the attack with decap, boosts, dead. Wolves are going to stand up, try to poke the bear over there. First one hits. No crit. Second one does a little bit of damage. Again, under feet, it's just brutal. It's going to move up. And then is going to take some shots at Harusk. First shot hits, boost. Does a couple points of damage. Second shot hits, and then does like 2 more damage to him. So jumping back over for turn 4. Powering up. Get rid of the feet. Upkeeping, and then this is where I get way too greedy. Way too greedy. Allocate one over there. Or which is going to come over and give green guy 2. Or which is go and take the flag. And then we're going to see something real dumb occur in a couple ways. Malgus is going to run towards the objective. Run toward that flag. And Hurusk is going to charge. The Void Engine. Hits. Going to do about 8 points of damage to it here. Once he re-rolls. For 8 points. Not going to re-roll. Going to hit again. By the attack hits. Damage. Nukes it. Blood Boon. He's going to give the Tyrant red line that currently has Silence of Death, which will force Silence of Death off of it. So now he's got red lines. So now he can trample for free. And then I'm going to vanish back. Three. And we're going to hit some wolves. Yeah, we're going to hit some, not wolves, we're going to hit some Dreadstalkers. Kill off the Dreadstalkers. Finally. And then we're going to prepare for an epic trample. So we trample for free, roll some tramples, and wipe out these adepts. And then we're going to try to smash Hazaroth to death with buying scythe attacks. Re-roll it, and then this one hurt. So right there was the game. We hit, or we failed to hit. I gotta re-roll it again, leaving my caster naked. Never a good idea. I promptly flubbed the damage roll again, and then failed to hit. So 2 failed to hits, and you can see where this one's going to go here shortly. So we jump over the turn, we calculate up that I've got 2 control points, he's going to have none. And then we're going to start off by allocating, and then the guard tower, the hunters in the guard tower are going to start shooting at the war witches that are on the objective. They're thinking about shooting Hazaroth. Like, no, we're going to shoot the war witches. Gets the first one. This is on a single shot, and cranks it. And then I'm going to do 2 CRAs and the other 2 for 2 each. First one's going to miss. Again, Def 14 is tough. And the second one is going to be another combined arms for 2. And it is going to likely miss here. And then the third shot missed, which was the Hex Hunter. So coming over slamming. The Tyrant. Hitting. And then slamming him 3 inches. Gets knocked down, which is the most important thing. Clearing up Hazaroth. The unit's going to charge. The Guardians are going to go over and charge him. And do no damage to him. And then Hazaroth's going to charge in and beat on the big boy. Or try to. So first swing's going to hit. Charge. 3 dice. Thankfully not too much damage. Just enough to be dangerous. Again, these are dice off 3. First one misses. Second one hits. Boost again. Another 4 hits. Boost. Another 5. Bringing me down to 1. Last attack hits. Force tough. And off by 1. So Hazaroth goes down. The Dusk stop the breakthrough barely. Depending on who you believe. Again, if we go back in time, the way it actually played out, so I won, but that was because I forgot to bring up the Guardians. So really strong game. Like this scenario a lot. It's a little bizarre, but I liked it. It was a good first part of this campaign. So we played the first 3 scenarios for Black Tide. We'll be back with part 2 in the coming weeks. So we look forward for that. Please make sure you like and subscribe. And also check out our podcast on Podbean, Tyrants on the Field. Have a wonderful day.